Hi everybody, welcome back to Andrew Ainsworth's Golf Academy as ever. Thanks for tuning in and spending your time watching this review. So, exciting one. Ping S55 just arrived yesterday as a Mizuno fraudulent slip. As a Ping fitting centre, I get sent the demo clubs pretty early on, and this just arrived yesterday. So this is the new S55. There's been quite a lot of it on the internet, going around chatting about it. So now I've got it in my hands, it's really interesting to see it. Let's chat a bit about it. So obviously S55 is taken over from this fella, the S56, so no rocket science there in the numbering. What's really interesting, I've got two 7 irons here by the way, is just how similar these two clubs look at first appearance. When you put them down and when you hit them and look at the top lines and the offset and all the rest of it, on the face of it you think, hold on a minute, not much going on here. This is where you've got to dig a little bit deeper and find out what Ping have actually done to the S55. Let's just get rid of the 56 for a minute. A lot of things going on behind the scenes with this club here. Let's get one thing straight before we start. This club is definitely aimed at the better player. Tour pros, Hunter Mahan and Bubba Watson have put this straight into their bags. Watson's been testing this as a prototype for quite some time. I think I heard, I don't know if this is true, but they made the first prototypes in left hand for the first time so that they could get Watson to try it first. So it was made in left hand before it went into right hand. What have they done with it that's different? Well, a couple of things which I found out in a bit of research yesterday was that they strengthened the loss of the club by 1 degree from the S56. So this is obviously going to make the club play a little bit longer. What they've also done is managed to lower the CG. In golfing speak, CG is centre of gravity. So what they've done is they've put a little bit more weight down here, a bit lower down in the club. When you have a lower centre of gravity, that tends to launch the ball a little bit higher. So a combination of a slightly stronger loft and a slightly lower CG is going to change the ball flight and potentially make this club a little bit longer than its predecessor, S56. A couple of other things they've done is they've put a little bit of weight in a bit more weight in the toe, basically just to pull the sweet spot a little bit more into the centre for when you get these slightly off-centre toey hits. So that's basically the S55 in a nutshell. When you sit it down behind the ball, it's a classic, compact, bladed looking club from above, thin top line, minimal offset. And as I said earlier, this is a good player's club. You've got to be striking the ball very efficiently, very consistently, or else this club isn't for you. So, you know, no offence to you guys playing off 18 handicap, 16 handicap who are good ball strikers. This isn't a club which is going to help you too much. It has got a little bit of forgiveness in, but if you're looking for a bit of help, I-20, here on the grapevine, I-25 is not too far away. G25 if you're looking for a little bit of help. So Premium Ball Strikers Club. Now I did a couple of hits with this earlier. I've got this set up with the CFS Ping stiff shaft. It's all standard lie, standard length. And I hit a couple of shots on the GC2 for you, and I just basically cheated this time and saved my replay. So this was a 7 iron which I hit, and you can see it tracking here on the computer. Came in with a pretty nice neutral ball flight, little touch of draw on it. I'm just going to flip onto the data here so I can give you some numbers. Let's get rid of that one and let's bring up the performance data. So let's have a little look at the numbers here. So club head speed was 80.3 miles an hour, giving me 109 miles an hour ball speed. I had a carry of 151 through the air, total distance 156, and it was 3 yards right at target. Peak height was 29 yards, side spin was low because I managed to get the club face square. Backspin on that one was 5746, so you know, reasonable backspin. If I went to a dynamic gold shaft in this or potentially to a Project X, I could probably change those numbers around a little bit. But CFS is a good shaft. Remember, it's quite a lightweight shaft, this one, and for a lot of people it does work. Launch angle there of 19.4 degrees. So I'm pretty happy with those numbers. Again, this isn't a bombing club. This isn't going to hit the ball, you know, as far as probably G25 would, or Mizuno JPX, you know, remember the lofts on those are cranked a little bit. So very nice golf club. On the front of it, you know, similar to the 56, but dig a little bit deeper, and there are some very subtle differences. If you had F56 in your bag, would you go and change to S55? Well, if money's no object, then maybe you would, but you know, overall, I would probably say not. So there we go, phone's ringing. That'll be somebody probably wanting a fitting or a lesson, so I better go and take that. So hope you've enjoyed watching the review, and I'll be back with some more shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye.